Layoffs increased across nearly every industry in 2025, with tens of thousands of workers facing job loss. This economic uncertainty can be especially challenging for people dealing with serious medical conditions, because their employer's long-term disability insurance can be crucial for their financial security. If you're one of these individuals, you may be wondering what happens to your LTD coverage if you're laid off, and whether there is any way to protect your benefits. Hi, I'm Leah Small, a partner here at CCK Law, a national public interest law firm based in Providence, Rhode Island. Today, I'll be discussing the relationship between layoffs and long-term disability benefits, how insurance companies may push back on claims filed after job loss, and what you can do to protect your access to benefits. Before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content. The key factor in determining the effect a layoff may have on long-term disability benefits is typically the date the disability as defined by your policy began, not the employment termination date or when the claim was filed. If you are already disabled and receiving LTD benefits when the layoff occurs, benefits generally continue. If you're not already receiving benefits, you may still potentially file a claim after being laid off, but you must prove that your disability began before your employment terminated and your coverage ceased. It's important to always read your policy carefully to understand its terms. If you're filing a new LTD claim after being laid off, you may face several challenges. The insurance company may argue that coverage ended when your employment terminated. Therefore, the claimant must demonstrate that their condition became disabling while they were still covered by the LTD policy. However, this is often difficult to prove if you were actively working until the day you were laid off. Insurers may question the legitimacy of a claim filed immediately after a job loss, particularly with conditions that are harder to confirm with objective testing, such as depression, anxiety, or chronic pain. In addition, severance agreements are common with layoffs, but they can also potentially impact a claim. Severance pay may be considered an offset under your long-term disability policy, and some severance agreements have employees waive or release their rights to LTD benefits. So it's important to read any agreements carefully before signing. If you're currently receiving LTD benefits or laid off, it's important to still maintain medical care because you are still required to provide ongoing proof of disability to the insurance company. However, losing your job usually means losing your employer-sponsored health coverage, so you may want to explore COBRA or private insurance immediately to ensure continued medical treatment. As I mentioned earlier, it's important to also review any severance agreement carefully and consult with the disability insurance lawyer before signing any severance agreement to make sure your rights to your LTD benefits are protected. If you are still employed and facing a potential layoff, read and know your policy and document any health issues you're experiencing early. If you've been struggling to work due to a medical condition and believe you are disabled as defined by your LTD policy, initiate the claim process before your employment ends if possible, as coverage typically ceases with your job ceasing. Layoffs and economic uncertainty are unfortunately on the rise. But for many, LTD benefits can persist beyond job loss if your disability began while your coverage was still in effect. However, navigating the complications of claim timing, coverage issues, and severance agreements can be daunting. If you need help with your long-term disability claim or appeal after a job loss, our team may be able to help you. You can reach out to us anytime for a free case evaluation, either by phone or via an online form on our website. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more LTD content. Take care.